Good afternoon and welcome to Mr. Boo. I am Mr. Boo. So, I just ended a video a little bit ago about my fuel pump issue that I'm having. And I got started cleaning and I'm organizing. So I have a goal in the next month-ish to get everything not car related out of here. Luckily I have a shed that I can do that with. Say, Corey, why are you wearing these goofy head... Ooh, that sounded really weird. Head protection, ear muffs, whatever you want to call them. Well, so right before the fuel pump went out, I had a bit of an issue. I used launch control in the snow. And then I went hooning and was just playing around in a parking lot. And apparently, I broke something. So what I broke, this is the new setup. Luckily, I already had everything that I needed. I just had to put it together. This is the old one. I had enough torque on the system that this thing had barely enough space to move. Okay. So this is this little plate right here. This is all I could find. I don't know where. I threw it in the trash. Maybe I already got rid of it. But I already had another body because I ordered another motor. There's now the extra motor that I have. I can toss in there. But it broke this whole thing just completely off. And that's because there wasn't enough space for it to move. So I started hammering around, trying to make a little bit more space, and I got a little carried away. And here we are. So this is where the back piece sits. The exhaust is right under here. And I was hammering it out and I broke it. It was like, I'm done moving around for you. I'm just gonna pop. And it did. So I'm gonna try some welding. And yeah. So here we are. So basically I want to cut out enough space so that I can get some more sheet metal and bring it in here, give it more space. I want to cut into this just a little bit. I want to go straight, kind of straight, cut half of this extra piece off. Hopefully I won't take too much structural support off. But I'm wearing these because I can still hear music and I can still hear myself talking. But I don't hear the grinder, and I don't hear anything over 80 decibels, which is really weird, but it's also kind of cool. So I wanted to try them. Without further ado, let's just finish. Oh. I was like, wow, I really don't hear it at all. I don't even see it moving. I just went under there to make sure where I'm going to cut over here is an okay place. And it is. So I officially have a hole in my car. That's scary. Never had a hole in my car. Except for when I had a car that just had a big old rust hole in it. I feel like this is less scary than a big rust hole. Okay. Next step. Okay. Next step, we just need to make sure that that's enough space by installing this. let's get it cleaned up and just ready for a new piece of sheet metal. Sweet. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Yeah! Da-na-na-na-na-na! Yeah! Feel like a fighter pilot or something. Coming in hot! I went and bought a piece of sheet metal, and luckily they sold small sizes, so I could just get a small piece of sheet metal. Bada bing! And I've never actually done this before, but I did a little bit of research after I cut the hole. So I'm gonna take a piece of cardboard. I'm gonna mark out the size that I need. I'm gonna make the piece of sheet metal a little bit bigger. Then I'm gonna try to form it into the shape that I need, because I do need it to still be bowed out quite a bit. So I might need to leave a little bit of extra sheet metal for that. Then I'm gonna clean up the edges and then weld it. And I need to be extra careful when I weld it, not to put too much heat on it. Okay, that's off. So, without further ado, let's get going. Okay, so here's where we are. I've made space for the dump motor. I've finagled a shape that I'm okay with. I've tack welded it in to fit the shape underneath. I've taken those off. I've reshaped it just a little bit. I'm trying to get the best tight fit that I can. And I am definitely not a professional by any means of the standard. So, just a fair warning, don't take what I do as this is how you should do it. I did a little bit of research yesterday and was like, well, we're rolling with it. So, anywho's, let's get on to it. shut off. But the top is done for the most part. I just need to go through and clean it up. But before I do that, I'm going to go underneath and just make sure that it's all sealed up. So if you notice, the reason why...
What I was trying to tell you guys was that the reason why I wasn't doing consistent runs all over, and I was basically just doing really quick, not really quick, but quick little tack welds, and just going here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then here, was the research that I found said because the sheet metal is so thin, you don't want to get it too hot, because you have two problems. You can blow a hole through it. You can also warp the metal, and you don't want to do that.
Let's finish it up. Did the top. I'm going to go down below, do the bottom. I'll see you soon. Oh gosh, looks like I hit the hit the GoPro a couple times. Oops. So this is where we're at. Like I said, not the prettiest by any means. I am going to seal it up with something. Also, I did weld it underneath. I will show you guys that later. I have to go buy some more weld, or some more flux core. Okay. We got the seam sealer, urethane seam sealer. It is metal sealing approved by the Committee for Metal Sealing Applications. I picked this little bad boy up today. I'm really excited for this. That's going to come in handy many times, and I've actually been wanting this for quite a while. I understand it's Harbor Freight. You know, not the absolute best that I could get, but you know what, for the price, you can't go wrong. Wow, that stuff's actually really impressive, and it is incredibly thick. It's described as extremely thick and able to fill large voids. But, I mean, for the price, I mean, it wasn't like atrocious, but it was like 30 bucks, which for a tube of sealant, I mean, it's 3M. What do you expect? Here's the question. I gotta find the cure time, because it can be painted in 30 minutes, which I do need to paint the underside, but how long until I can put this back together? That's another question. I might just set some foil on top of it, that if it cures to that, who cares? I just don't want it to cure to the carpet. Thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can get video updates, and I'll see you next time.